In his first book, The All-Knowing Diary, author Daniel Rechnitzer expanded our horizons, teaching us just how powerful we are and how our belief systems are creating our very reality, driving our finances, dictating our health, and steering our every decision. Now, in his latest book, Mind Lies and the Truths That Will Set You Free, Daniel delves deep into the human psyche, smashing through mind lies, freeing us from the very subconscious belief systems holding us back. Brace yourself for the ride of your life as you come face to face with the truth about who and what you really are. Check out these highlights from the book.
Hello, welcome back. The mind lie we're going to be dissolving today is, I'm not respected. And how many of us have felt that, or still do feel that in life? Many of us. So let's hear some truth. But before we do, I felt necessary to explain why truth is so important and why it is plays such a big role in what we're doing. In simple terms, truth heals lies. Truth heals all. Hearing, or more importantly, integrating the necessary truth that we need to hear at the time changes the chemistry in our brain. And so that a new reality can then be experienced on a physical level, emotional level, and an outer world reality. So truth really does set us free. So let's go back to the mind lie, I'm not respected. There are many times in our life that we feel those around us don't respect us. It may be someone specific, or it might be a general feeling that we have. Either way, what there is to always keep in mind is the complaint you have about others is the complaint you have about yourself. If you are presented with people that show no respect, or even if this is a general feeling, ask yourself, where am I not respecting myself? Our world is but a stage, and the people are all actors acting out your life. So see those in your life as simply mirrors to what is not obvious to your conscious awareness. When you remedy this within yourself, soon others will reflect your new level of self-respect rather than the old paradigm. Remember, you do not need their respect, just your own. Let's delve a little bit deeper. Often, when we believe this mind lie, I'm not respected, we are compelled to achieve, to act in some way to summon the respect of others. This might take the form of something drastic or something seemingly courageous and ambitious, being great in business or in sports or who knows what, many different things. No matter how this yearning is expressed, it has now become essentially a tool to attract attention, respect. But the attention you now receive from these people, although it may seem what you crave, it will be a temporary band-aid, bringing only a short-term sense of achievement and self-worth, instead of bringing you any real and long-term fulfillment, which is why we can do all these amazing things that are respectable but still feel I'm not respected. The reason is that nothing within you has actually shifted. You may have an increase in attention and even admiration, but the mind lie actually remains intact. So the end result is the respect you so long for is really only skin deep and unable to penetrate past your ultimate belief, I'm not respected. So the attention you seek is there to have you then look upon yourself with fond and proud eyes, realizing that you are now someone who is worthy of respect. But no one out in the world will change this belief for you. Ultimately, you can have all the respect in the world from people and never come to experience it yourself until the lie changes to truth. So, Stop seeking this approval from outside yourself. It doesn't work. Instead, it actually moves you further and further away from where you should be looking for respect and resolution. Some of the grandest cathedrals, most impressive buildings and businesses have all been built by people seeking respect. But even these monumental achievements didn't have these people die feeling respected, chasing respect their whole life, and yes, great accomplishments in the process, but still not feeling respected. So, there is nothing for you to do nor achieve to achieve respect. You cannot fill an empty void with the same emptiness that created the void. Instead, realize your greatest achievements will come when you have nothing to prove to others. When you know your true self is already great, as already truly respected and cherished. We have really reached a point in our society, because of our mind lies, whereby achieving respect from others is even seen as a worthwhile accomplishment. That it will get us somewhere in life, move us forward, or that being respected all on its own is a worthwhile feat. Yet in truth, it is still meaningless. There is no void within you this will ever fill with any substance or longevity. It's a band-aid for those without self-respect. So this mind lie actually keeps us away from ever learning the real truth about how important we really are. I'm not respected, and the mind lie, I don't matter, has us continuously look outside of ourselves for validation and a sense of worth. This is an endless journey, the long route to realizing that the opinions of others are a poor substitute for a high opinion of ourselves. It keeps us in comparison, where nothing we will do will ever be enough, and where we will never find our true calling. Because the benchmarks are set externally to us from comparison. We're always looking outside of ourselves. So they're not set internally, where your true calling actually exists. So realize life is not a race you win against others, because in truth there are no others, just versions of ourselves. Instead, life can become a moment-to-moment victory in allowing in your true identity. Ask any pro golfer or any pro athlete and they will tell you they are not playing to beat their opponent, they are playing to master themselves. Not to leave their opponent in the dust, but to leave their old self in the dust. And knowing this is what makes them a real pro. Now, ironically, of course, the parts of ourselves that others don't respect, that get us so worked up and feeling so invalidated, are of course the parts of ourselves that we don't respect. Now, I say ourselves to imply that we are not actually talking about the real us, just the sum total of mind lies that is present as our identity. So in truth, when we experience the need for others to respect the parts of us we don't have any respect for, is in turn a gift, because it highlights to us the parts of ourselves that still require healing or dissolving from our identity. Those reactions indicate to us what requires healing. So, seek not public acceptance nor admiration. Seek self-acceptance and self-admiration. And for some, needing respect is a way to compensate for some of the other mind lies that are buried in our subconscious. For example, the belief I'm no expert, or I'm not seen as an expert, or I'm not a success until I'm respected. Well, many of these are driving that urge for respect. Or if I don't have enough respect, I mustn't be good at X, Y, or Z. The truth is, you are great with or without someone else's respect. Respect is not a prerequisite for skill or accomplishment. Think of it like this. When you sat your driving test, did the instructor ask you to tally up all the respect you had in the world for being a great driver? No. Respect is not an indication of skill level or expertise. You are either great at something or you're not. Respect has nothing to do with it. Being respected is an illusion, a ghost that when chased leads us up the garden path. So you do not need to seek respect to feel that you are accomplished at a skill or accomplished in life. You do not need other people's respect to get somewhere in life, just your own. Put yourself in a self-love regime, and soon the only parts of yourself left will be beyond needing respect. Let's go a bit more. Respect from others, is needed often to have us feel who we are and the decisions we are making are worthwhile, that we're on the right track. But the truth is, seeking respect ensures that who we are and the decisions we make are not worthwhile. Keep borrowing them from everyone else. Seeking respect necessitates some ounce of conforming, as I said, of taking or borrowing from others, of being in line like others. But the world doesn't need like, it needs different. Different comes from not conforming. Conforming comes from mind lies. Truth and then brilliance and genius comes from just being who you really are. Be you. When you be you, you'll skip right past getting respect and into being inspirational. Then you'll start seeing respect as second best, and you'll laugh thinking, respect? Is that all I get? Respect is what happens when somebody sees something in you that they wish they had more of in themselves, or that they like and appreciate they have within themselves. Inspiration, on the other hand, is uplifting, empowering, reminding people they too are limitless beings with infinite potential. Now, what would you rather achieve? Respect or to be an inspiration? There's the key difference. Respect takes a lot of doing. Look around you, look what you've had to do to earn respect. And it takes a lot of doing for a very mediocre result. But being inspirational takes, well, simply being for a magnificent result. It comes naturally. It takes nothing away from you or anyone else. And it's abundant for all of humanity. Being inspirational is an introspective journey of embracing truth in your own life. It is not concerned with what others think of you or what they are doing, but only what you think of yourself. Master this and inspiration will magically happen without any effort, all around you, without you even trying. To put it simply, the only parts of you don't have respect for are the parts that are your mind lies. They were never you to begin with. They are simply belief systems that you were led to believe about yourself. They have caused you to be and act in certain ways, causing certain outcomes. But you are not your actions, nor are you defined by your past experiences, nor by your outcomes, or who you have been and what you have thought. Your beliefs drive the ideas that come into your thoughts. And they also have us believe these ideas are us. Our thoughts are us. Our experiences are us. Our actions are us. It has us believe that they are our identity. Yet in truth, we are the observer of these experiences and of the thoughts and of the outcomes. We are the observer of all these things that come into our awareness. Awareness is infinite and indefinable. It is your true nature. You are simply awareness. That is your true self. You cannot be defined nor labeled. Yes, there has been actions and thoughts that are less worthy of respect. Of course, that's part of the human experience. But your core self is worthy of more than respect. You are the entire human consciousness and more, vastly bigger than the you feel needs respect. You are a cloud of consciousness, an ever-expanding organism, healing its way through mind lie after mind lie. This is both respectable and commendable. No, it's inspirational. This is the real you and the journey called your life. We'll see you again soon.